is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, we've got huge news. Tonight, we have huge news, I should say. We got the entire second archetype, I believe, revealed for Genesis Impactors deck. So I'm really excited. This is the second one. This is Majestis. We had the dragon previously revealed, but as much as that might have made us think that that's a full dragon archetype, it's not. That there's just a dragon in the archetype. I'm incredibly hyped. I've seen some of the artwork for this. They're integrating lore from other archetypes. I'm just really excited. I haven't read anything. We're going in blind. Let's just jump right into it. All right, starting us off here, we have Majestis Grimoire Crowley. Okay, so this is like a spellbook Crowley type situation here. I love it. Right, he's a level 4 dark spellcaster effect monster with 1800 attack, 1000 defense, and he has 3 hard once per turns. It's a good sign. First effect says you can send one spellcaster monster from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Alright, kind of jumps out of the field pretty easily for any spellcast archetype, not terrible. Second effect, you can declare one attribute. This monster becomes that attribute till the end of the turn. Okay, so this card specifically in something like Invoked changes its attribute to be able to make any invoked monster needed for any situation. I like that as well. And the third effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Magistus monster you control and equip a Magistus monster, except the level 4 monster, from your graveyard to that target. Wow, okay, so a lot going on here. You're trying to equip another monster in your grave that's not level 4 by banishing itself. Okay, jumps on the field easily, changes his attribute, and then equips something else from grave. Okay, interesting. Keep that in mind. He's also 8200 BR, like that a lot as well. So good start. Okay, interesting. Moving on next, we have Majestis Sendrillon. She's also a spellcaster. She's level 4 light. She's like a play on Madame Vare, another like Madame Vare's card. 800 attack, 1800 defense, so big booty, small attack, and 2 hard once return effects. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Add one Magistus spell or trap from your deck to your hand. That's a great start. We have ourselves a Stratos for the archetype. And the other effect is return one of your banished level 4 or lower spellcaster monsters to the graveyard. So like we just saw, this guy banishes himself. You return him to the grave, get more, get that ability to equip later on. That's pretty cool. And then the second effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard to target a Magistus monster you control. Equip one Magistus monster from, except another level 4 monster from your graveyard to that target. Again, you're trying to equip stuff. That's pretty cool. How good is it, though? I guess we'll find out. But we have a Searcher. That's good. We'll have to see what the spells and traps are to see how great this card really is, though. Next up, we have our last, apparently, main deck monster here, which is Majestis Master Endymion. So an Endymion support card. He kind of has, like, he almost has, like, I want to say, like, Necros-esque, like, attire, like what he's wearing, but cool, Endymion stuff. He is a level 4 water spellcaster effect monster with 1300 attack, 1700 defense, okay, and he has 2 hard once per turn effects. You can target one Magistus monster you control and equip a Magistus monster from your extra deck to that target, and he can target himself. Okay, that could be relevant. Definitely interested in that. Second effect, you can target one face-up spell you control, destroy it, and if you do draw one card, then place one card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Okay, so he does also give you the potential to dig one card deeper. So if you didn't like the build of your hand, he equips himself. He pops the card that you equipped himself with, which also could potentially trigger something, and then you draw a card to put one back. It's not a plus. It is just a complete like 1-for-1, but that dig could be important, and maybe you draw a brick and you want to throw the brick back in your deck. That could be another thing as well. So pretty cool. I think all the 3 monsters all have potential. We'll have to see what the rest of the archetype looks like, but love the designs, love what we're seeing so far. All right, getting to this. Oh boy, this is nasty. This is one of those archetypes where it has all different summoning mechanics. All right, we have Magistas Saint Iwas. This is a level 8 wind Fiend Fusion Effect monster. This card has 2000 attack and 2800 defense. This card requires one Magistus monster plus one Spellcaster monster. Okay, so fairly generic. Any 2 of these will work, so that works pretty fine. And you can only use its first effect once per turn. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can target one other face-up monster on the field and equip this card from your field to that monster. Okay, it equips itself to the monster. Okay, and if the equipped monster, if you equipped this card to an opponent's monster with that effect, that monster cannot activate its effects. Also, gain control of it. That's nasty. Whoa. Okay. You can't activate the monster you steal's effect, but it's a permanent steal. And it doesn't say, I don't know exactly how the ruling would work. Like, if this card were to be popped while it's equipped to something, I don't know if the monster would return. Wow. Okay. And also, a monster equipped with this card gains 1,000 attack and defense. So, negate a monster's effects, steal it, and it gets a 1,000 buff while you have it. That's pretty dope. Okay. That card's pretty cool. But how do we get that out? I guess we'll find out in a little bit. Next up, we have our cover card, the Majestis Dragon Vaphram. He's a level 8 Fire Dragon Synchro Effect monster. Do we have any tuners in here? Not a tuner. Not a tuner. Doesn't seem to be a tuner. Okay, so none of those seem to be tuners, but we'll see how this actually goes. This card is 2,500 defense, or 2,500 attack, 2,900 defense. It's completely generic. Okay. You can only use this card's first and third effects once per turn. Each first effect of this card is, if this synchro summon card is destroyed, you can destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls. Okay, you can do that on your opponent's turn. That actually is pretty strong, as well as the fact that you could just potentially, just going second, summon it, pop it somehow, attack into something, and there you go, wipe your opponent's board. Pretty cool, nice. Second effect, a monster equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by an opponent's spell or trap card or effect. Not the greatest protection. I mean, it could be better. Can't be destroyed by spell or trap. What I like about it is because this guy can equip any of them to himself if he wants. So he can just equip Saint Iwas, which means he will just gain 1,000 to 1,000. So he can just be a 2,300 beater if you want. This guy just gives you protection from destruction, but only from opponent's spell and trap cards or effects. So it's not that great a protection. And the third effect, at the start of the damage step, when a monster equipped with this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster. Now that is a solid equip effect for sure. Add that on to the protection. The protection's still like whatever. This does give you the ability to potentially beat anything by battle, so it does give you ease of access to as far as outing something. So I actually like that. I think it's fine. It's probably a 1 of in the extra deck, maybe a 2 of. I don't know. It depends how consistently you're going to be equipping it, but pretty cool. So keep in mind, okay, this guy's a buff. This guy is the ability to kill something in battle, like essentially become a construct in the battle phase. Okay, cool. Next up, we have Magistus Goddess Nina Ruru. So I guess based on Golem Aruru, sort of. I don't know. All right, this is a rank 4 Earth Rock. Come on. Exedex effect monster. Its attack is 1,800. Its defense is 24. Okay, so big booty, decent attack. A 2 level 4 spellcast. Okay, I like that. So it does kind of lock it into the archetype. This isn't abused and Emancipator. This card has a hard once return first effect and third effect. The first one says you can detach a material from this card, then target a level 4 or higher spellcaster engraved and add it back to your hand. Okay. Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. That's not terrible. Second effect, a monster equipped with this card can make 2 attacks on monsters during the battle phase. Again, like, not amazing, but, like, could be worse. I mean, 2 attacks. I guess it's fine if you give it to something, like, that's bigger. And the third effect, if this card is currently equipped to a monster, you can target one Magistus card in your spell and trap zone and one spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy them. That's what I like to see. This is spell and trap removal now. So pretty much with this card, what this stuff does is it makes this guy pretty versatile, right? Because he can either be, boom, a 2,300 beater or a 2,700 wall. He can be a monster that can pop any monster in the battle phase, which is pretty nice, with some okay protection from spell and trap stuff. And then you also have the ability to just pop a back row, because this card can just target itself in the spell and trap zone and a spell or trap your opponent controls, pop them both, which is pretty cool. Or I guess it has to be a spell or trap. Yeah, so pretty cool. Just adding a lot of versatility to him. And the last extra deck monster we have here is Majestis Maiden Artemis. This is a level 1 light spellcaster link effect monster. It has 800 attack. It points directly up. So it does not open up zones down below, and its materials are any level 4 or lower spellcaster monster. That could be nasty. Okay, you can only special summon Majestis Maiden Artemis once per turn, okay? And you can only use both of its effects once per turn. First effect says, if another Magistus monster or monsters is normal or special summoned while this card is already in the monster zone, just monster zone, you can target one of that monster and equip this card from your field to that monster. If this card is currently equipped to a monster, you can add one Magistus monster from your deck to hand. So there you go, it becomes a search. If you can just put any level 4 lore spellcaster on the field, link it into this, normal summon, equip her to that, and then get a search for another Magistus monster. I like that a lot. That's pretty nice, especially for your guy that can kind of extend you. So you get him, and if you have any other spellcaster in hand, boom, he jumps on the field and he gets you even further. I like that a lot. Okay. And then we move to our actual spells and traps. So these are all searchable off that one girl. Do not forget that. We start here with Tris Magistus. It's a continuous spell card. It has a hard second and third effect, but you can only activate one of those second or third effect once per turn. So you got to pick the second or the third, but you can't do both. That's fine. First effect, each Magistus monster you control that is equipped with an equipped card cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. Okay, that's nice. I mean, it's just a nice, like, yeah. Your Magistus monsters are going to be tougher to out by battle. Second effect, during your main phase, you can special summon a level 4 spellcaster from your hand. Again, it's alright. It does pull stuff out of the hand. It does extend you, but, like, what is it really doing? I don't know. And then the third effect, if this face-up card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can special summon of any number of Magistus monsters with different names from your hand. Alright, this card's kind of alright. I don't think it's like that good. I get like the battle effect's almost one of my favorite effects. I do like that it pulls stuff out of the hand, but like it's out of the hand. If it was out of the grave, it'd be even better, especially because we already have a Link 1. But alright, it's fine. That one's fine. Alright, next up we have Theologia. Magistus is a quick play spell. You can only activate one per turn. Target a Magistus monster you control and equip a Magistus monster from your extra deck, field, or graveyard to that target, except a level 4 monster. And if there are at least one each of Magistus, Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, and Link monster in your graveyard, you can equip one non-Magistus Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Link monster from the extra deck with this effect instead. That's interesting because, like, what else would you even equip? Like, that seems weird. Like, what else would you even want to equip that's not a Magistus? Interesting, though. It does give you a quick equip. Jesus. To just kind of get the ball rolling, I guess. Interesting. This card's interesting. I'm sure it might be better than I think once like we really find out how the deck like truly works all together. But okay. Next up we have Majestis Invocation. This is the fusion for sure. This is a normal spell card. You can only activate one per turn. Fusion summon one fusion monster that lists a spellcaster as material from your extra deck, using monsters you control or have in your hand as material. If you are fusion summoning a Magistus monsters, you can also use monsters equipped to a Magistus monster to monsters you control as material. That's pretty nice. So, like this card plus like the guy who just equips himself automatically gets you to the fusion, and the fusion by itself is already a pretty good disruption. So, definitely a fan of that. That seems pretty good in my opinion. It does just get you to that. It also is just kind of like another straight up invocation. If you play like an invoked variant of this deck, that's something I'm thinking about right now that might actually be a thing. Yeah, seems like it could be a thing, like for real. Okay, pretty cool. I like that. That's a solid card for sure. All right, and then I think, is this the last card? Okay, so the last card we have for today is Vritra Magistus. This is a normal spell card. You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. First effect says target a level 4 or lower Magistus monster engraved. Special summon it. That's really nice, especially with the Link 1 because you just get to, normal summon any spellcaster, link any of your Magistus monsters, link it into her. Then you can revive it with this guy, which then she can equip, and then she can, then you get a free search for another monster. So you kind of just get to plus in. And then the second effect, if a Magistus card in your spell and trap zones would be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. That's very, very nice because this seems like one of those archetypes that if it does become very good, it'll probably be very popular for people to want to side deck spell and trap removal because you equip stuff, but like you could just deal with the equips by, removing them before they have a chance to make use of them. And this kind of can really take that from making stuff like Twin Twisters, Heavy Storm Duster, even MST good, to actually making people go, oh man, now we only can really use Cosmic Cyclone or like Evenly Match, right? It really limits their options for side decking. So still pretty nice and makes like Phoenix useless too. So I like that. I like that a lot. So this is a really cool archetype. I'm really so this is one of those things where like it's kind of hard to see the total scope of what this archetype wants to do. I get some of the like interactions, but I don't get it like fully in terms of like everything the deck wants to do. But I'm definitely going to be looking into it because I think this looks so cool. I love that they have Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, and Link 1 potential here, which is really cool. Yeah, I'm into it. I definitely want this archetype. I'd probably favor this one over Drytron, mainly just from a design standpoint. Aesthetically, this archetype. I've always been a big fan of spellcasters, so I'm leaning towards this archetype for sure. With the Evil Twin still to come, that's still the most like hyped one for sure. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me here, guys. 100%. Let me know in the comments down below if you're thinking of any stuff like how good Invoked is with this archetype or spell books with this archetype, anything in particular. Let me know in the comments down below on interactions because I really want to learn because this archetype feels like it wants to work with other like spellcaster stuff. I think like Magician of Souls could be pretty good, or Magician Soul could be pretty good, and stuff like that. But I'm really curious what you guys think. If it works with, if it also works with WITCHCRAFTER, right, or I don't know, Endymion stuff. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on that. I really want to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, this archetype gets me so riled, and I love you. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't. If you want to see more news from me in the future, peace.